Hey guys, I'm Laura McMurray, Executive Sales Leader with Team Grow, and I wanted to share with you guys today a quick encouragement around the topic of building relationships in our business. So one thing that has really surprised me among the many benefits of Norwex is the opportunity to make a huge impact in people's homes and people's lives through the vehicle of making relationships and building relationships. So that has been that's one of my highest values, is building relationships with people, and something that is very life-giving to me personally. So being in a business that I feel like no matter who you are, I think building relationships is really at the forefront of having a successful business. And so I just wanted to share with you a couple of things that I do that kind of help me build relationships with my customers, my hosts, and my team. So first thing is that because I believe Norwex really is a relational business, right? Nobody wants to buy from someone who's just salesy. And what I've found is that with most Norwex consultants, probably more than any business I've ever heard of, everyone that I know who is a consultant is like, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want people to think I'm all about the sales, because I care about them and I care about this mission. And so I think Norwex really is a relational business. And when you're out there sharing the product, you want to get that across. So you can't just go into a party or go into, with a hostess like, I'm all about relationships. But there are some ways that you can work to just build relationships that can really support your business as it grows. So some of the things that I do with customers is I follow up with them. I think that's huge in building relationships. So when I'm meeting a customer, now I do mostly in home parties, but this can apply to Facebook as well. But when I'm meeting with a customer and going through their order, I'm trying to remember things they said in the party. Oh, I heard you just were on a trip. How was that? Just ask them questions. Even when you first get to the party, this is an opportunity to get to know your host and your guests. And I love seeing the relationship between the host and her friends who are there. I think that's so fun to me. So I know a lot of people, in trying to keep their parties shorter, have cut out like having everyone introduce themselves and that kind of thing. But I'm sorry, I will never cut that out, because that allows me a quick 3 minutes where I get to know everybody's name and how they met the host. And I love hearing those stories. So for me, that helps me to just begin that relationship with them. I'll make comments about it later. I try really hard to remember names. I think people really care about that. And so that's something that's important to me, and I think really helps, is remembering things that people say, remembering their names, or just even of detail. If you don't remember their name, that's okay. Sometimes past 8 p.m., my brain stops and I can't remember more than 3 names. So if I've got more than 3 people at the party, I'm probably going to forget, and that's okay. So as you're checking people out, just build that relationship. Talk with them. Don't just take their order. Get to know them a little bit, and ask about their kids or their job, things like that. But following up with them is huge too. I try to follow up at about 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, and offer something helpful each time. The benefit of having a personal consultant with a business like this is they've got someone they can turn to when they've got problems, questions, or need things in the future. So build that relationship with them. Tell them thank you. Honor your customers. And with hosts, it's similar. I reach out to my hosts about once a week before their party and just get them excited, ask them how their invites are going, create an invite, that kind of thing. But you want to be building that relationship. So I'll try to add them on Facebook and just kind of get to know them by their posts come up. When you first add someone, you tend to see a lot of their posts. So I'll comment on those and just kind of get to know them that way. Let them know, hey, oh, I love this. That's really cool you did this. Just building that relationship, I think I love that part of this, and just getting to know new people and letting them know, hey, I care about you as more than just your Norwex lady. So then when it gets to team building, I think it's an even more awesome opportunity to really make a big impact by building relationships with others. So when you are building a team, and guys, this can happen whether it's your first month with Norwex or your 5th year with Norwex, like it is for me. When you meet people and they are just a standout host, or they have all this knowledge about the product, or even if they don't have knowledge about it, but they're just so excited. They just learned about it today and they're just so pumped about sharing everything or wanting everything in the catalog, that kind of thing. Those are the kind of people I'm looking at and thinking, I wonder if they have thought of doing this. So ask them. It doesn't have to be like, can I give you, I think you should do this. Just talk to them, engage them, get to know them. And have you ever thought about this? Just bringing this up in a really relational way. So as you're building your team, I think one of the most important things in helping your team to feel supported, because I think that's a big part of whether or not your team will continue and try to find success in Norwex business, because sometimes the parties come easy and sometimes, you guys, they don't. We've all been there. I guarantee it. All of us who've been around for longer than a few months know that we come upon those months where I can't get a party to save my life, or nobody wants to host, nobody wants to book, but you've got to keep a positive mindset with that. And so when you are bringing new people on your team, I just encourage you to come alongside of them, to build relationship with them, to check in with them often. Encourage them. When you see them working hard or setting up that launch party, that's kind of scary at first. Encourage them. Tell them, great job. I'm so proud of you for working hard at this, even though I know this is out of your comfort zone. And so I just wanted to encourage you as you're meeting with customers, hosts, and especially as you're building your team, remember that this is a relational business, and that is a huge piece of it. So take the time to get to know your people, to get to know your team, and I think to help them feel supported just by being there and coming alongside of them, right? Checking in, that kind of thing, asking how you can support them best, and just building that relationship, getting to know them outside of just this whole Norwex thing. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this was a little bit helpful, and if anybody else has some ideas on ways to grow in relationship, build relationships, and make an impact in that way, go ahead and put them in the comments there. I would love to hear what other people do and how they go about it. So thank you guys for listening, and have a great night.